Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the videos useful, please subscribe to the channel. So in this video, we'll solve this word problem using the concepts of derivatives. So as per the problem, a sociologist determines that a foreign language student has learned n at t equals 20t minus t squared vocabulary terms after t hours of uninterrupted study. And in part A, we have to find how many terms are learned between times t equals 2 and t equals 3. So the first step here for part A is to find the number of terms that the student has learned at t equals 2. So for that, we'll sub in t as 2 in the given function and at t. So we get 20 times 2 minus 2 squared. And now we can simplify this expression. So n at 2 equals, so 20 times 2 is 40 minus 2 squared, which is 4. So n at 2 is equal to 36 and the unit is terms. That means after 2 hours of uninterrupted study, the student had learned 36 terms. Now the next step is to find the number of terms the student learned at t equals 3. So we'll sub in t equals 3 in the given function n at t. So we get 20 times 3 minus 3 squared. Now we can evaluate this expression. So 20 times 3 is 60 and 60 minus 3 squared is 9. So n at 3 is equal to 51 and the unit is terms. Now we have to find the number of terms that are learned between these two times. So for that we should subtract 36 from 51 and that is equal to 15 and the unit is terms. So that means the student learned 15 terms from t equals 2 to t equals 3 hours. So we are done with part A. Now we can analyze part B. So as for part B, what is the rate in terms per hour at which the student is learning at time t equals 2? So in part B, we have to find the rate at which the terms are being learned by the student at t equals 2. So that means we have to calculate the instantaneous rate of change at which the terms are being learned at t equals 2. So for that, we'll have to find the derivative of this given function n at t, because n at t represents the number of terms the student has learned. So we have to find the derivative for the rate of change. So we'll find prime of n at t equals, so we have to find the derivative of the two terms in this function. So the derivative of 20t will just be 20 and the derivative of t squared as per the power rule is 2t. Now we have to find the instantaneous rate of change at t equals 2. So we'll sub in t as 2 in the derivative of the n function. So prime of n is equal to 20 minus 2 times 2. And now we can evaluate it. So prime of n at 2 is equal to 20 minus 4, because 2 times 2 is 4, which is equal to 16. And the unit will be terms per hour. So here 16 represents the instantaneous rate of change. So that's why we use the unit terms per hour, and the unit of time is hours. So this should be the final answer for part B. Now we have to find in part C what is the maximum rate in terms per hour at which the student is learning. So here we have to find the maximum rate, and the maximum rate is given by the derivative of the n at t function. So prime of n, and we found in part B as 20 minus 2t. So we have to find the maximum value for this rate. So as you can see, this function, the derivative of n at t, is a linear function, and as t increases, the value of the derivative decreases because this term 2t is being subtracted from 20. Now we know time can be any value greater than or equal to 0 because time cannot be negative. So as time increases, the rate at which the student is learning will decrease. So the maximum rate will be at t equals 0. So there's a very important concept you have to understand. So here, because the derivative of the n at t function is a linear function and it has a negative slope because the coefficient of t term is negative 2. So that's why this is a decreasing function. So as a result, to find the maximum rate, we'll sub in t as 0. So prime of n at 0 is equal to 20 minus 2 times 0, which is equal to 20 because 2 times 0 is 0. So that means the maximum rate at which the student is learning is 20 terms per hour. And this happens at t equals 0. But we don't need to mention that because we just have to find the maximum rate. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to solve a problem like this one. So it's very important to understand what is being asked in the question, and then based on that decide what steps you should use to answer that question. So I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.